Hi everyone, Jared here. Time for the market video update. We've had some good movement, some good activity. A lot of channels have broken in the last 12, 24 hours. So we're going to talk about those and what we can do kind of coming up. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of movement here. These markets are taking their direction, and it looks like there's a lot of risk aversion, which means stocks are getting pulled out and treasuries and bonds are getting bought up, and that's going to add to dollar strength like crazy. We see that the Dow ended very, very negative today, about 236 points down, S&P a big chunk down, oil's down, gold's down a bit as well. We know we have a bank holiday tomorrow for those in the U.S. It's Thanksgiving, and for those not, it is, we won't have any live trading sessions, but Thanksgivings have typically been big moving days in the market. So I'll try to get a video up tomorrow, but keep an eye on the levels and on the activity because there's very likely to be some nice movement tomorrow for Thanksgiving and even for Friday. As far as news goes, we've had quite a bit of it coming out in the last little bit. We had meeting minutes out of the UK and so on. Coming into Thursday, bank holiday once again in the US. We've got the German IFO, which is a decent announcement. That can get things running a little bit. This Aussie announcement could do something. Anytime central banks speak, there's always something that can happen, but it's not hugely anticipated to be a big mover. And then we've got the revised GDP for the UK, and that'll probably be a pretty nice mover as well. So we'll keep our eyes on that. As far as what to do on these pairs, this is what we talked about yesterday. This is the level that I talked about, if you'll remember from the video. The ascending trend line and the activity there and kind of getting this breakout. That was our initial Asian session breakout entry right there on the break of that ascending trend line. And then we had this channel that's several days long that the market broke out of as well and made a pretty decent run through. So it's about 100 pips below that now. So nice little run, nice little activity. I think these pairs are probably going to get a little bit of a bounce coming up here. So we're going to keep our eye on that. Look for an engulfing candle here on this 4-hour chart. We'll see if that can kind of confirm a little bit more reversal activity. But all this euro is looking to do is kind of make its way up a little bit. I wouldn't look for a huge retracement like 100 pips or something, but I think we could probably see some pretty decent retracement coming in here. And so just start watching these trend lines. Look for a 1-hour or a 15-minute crossover. It's very likely to happen. I'm not going to buy anything on this one, but I'm going to, and it's kind of, as you can see, it's a little early to draw a trend line. We don't really have much forming there, but I will start looking at drawing trend lines here shortly if this can kind of stay the course. So if this works its way up there, we could have entries to sell this thing, around 133, 60, 70, right in that area, maybe a little higher, maybe a tiny bit lower, but just watch those trend lines and watch them as they form and look for some sell opportunities there. I would be very surprised if it made it back up to this now big resistance at 134.30, but it could, and that would be a very big resistance, and that'd be a great area to sell it as well. So basically we're looking to sell into the rally here. So there's going to be some rally. It could be small, it could be big, but we're looking for selling opportunities on our way up here. Pound dollar, same kind of thing. The pound dollar was in a pretty big channel yesterday, and we talked a little bit about getting this breakout, and so that happened. That was some nice pips, a nice movement. We got into this morning, grabbed a couple of pips on this big red candle, so that was nice. And it's just kind of consolidating now. Didn't really go too much further beyond where we got out, and it's just sitting here kind of waiting. And so what we're looking for at this point now is to see if this pound dollar is going to be able to hold below this level as well. This 55.85 is decently crucial. So we want to make sure that it can hold below this and really give us that nice movement. And if it does, then we've got a couple of things to look for there. But just kind of peeking at this real quick, we see that it's on its way to the 4th daily fib. So it's made a pretty big run on this whole reversal here. So it might be running a little bit on the out of gas side of things. But again, I'm just going to keep an eye on these trend lines. This one's on the 5-minute chart as well. We looked at the 5-minute on the euro dollar. And same thing on this pound dollar. This thing's coming up pretty nicely, so we could end up with some entries on this pair somewhere in about the 55.30 to 55.40 area. So keep an eye on that. Look for some breakouts and some continuations down on this. I think that's going to be a nice little run to watch for. Euro yen. Again, there was our trend line from yesterday. The euro yen gave us some very, very good movement from yesterday, but it's still not hugely out of this big channel that it's been in. It's really been kind of hopping around for almost 2 weeks in this area, and I think I'm probably going to stay out of this one for the moment, but if anything, I'll be looking for possibly some buying opportunities because this lower channel is really held in tack very well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this kind of run back up towards some of these highs, but I don't think I'm going to trade anything on that one. And the pound yen's a little bit skewed as well. It's kind of trying to work its way down. There's a lot of congestion right here at about the 120 mark. You can see that it's a pretty strong resistance here, turned into some support, and it's back into kind of the support area. So I think this pound yen will probably give us a nice big breakout as soon as it kind of clears some of these hurdles that it's trying to get past right now. There's not really any clear, trend lines or anything we can look for other than, selling it where it stands, getting some stops up here high enough away, and looking for this to kind of make its way down. Of course, as we get into the Asian session, if it can break this low, this should be a very, very nice run. And I'll try to get some trade levels up. I'll have UK trade levels up tonight, and we'll have some pound yen, so we should be able to get some of that as well. Not doing anything with the Aussie just yet. There was our level from the yesterday's video, and it made a very nice breakout there. Nice little run, so hopefully some people got some good pips out of that. And just a quick look at gold. Gold is kind of starting to work its way back down as well. So we're going to kind of keep our eye on all these pairs. But there's been some movement. There's been some activity kind of across the board here. So watch for those setups. Make sure to mark them on your charts and to be ready for the action when it happens. It could be kind of Asian session activity, or it could end up being UK session activity. So either way, we'll have some trades posted, and we'll try to grab some pips out of it. Very best of luck. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a great week and a great weekend, and just stay in the chat, and I'll send out all the updates on Twitter as normal. We'll have UK trading pending orders tonight and probably tomorrow night as well. Just no live sessions for the US tomorrow or the next day. Thanks a bunch, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all soon.